Welcome back to the Lagoon, everybody. I have a very fun video today. Another video in the series of Gill stuff, and it's going to be a kind of record review slash sleeving of one of my personal favorite bands. It's another band that's kind of the unofficial soundtrack of the Lagoon. That's right, we're going to be talking about the illustrious Cramps. Now, the Cramps are an interesting band because they're one of those bands that kind of defy genres. You know, are they goth? Are they punk? Are they horror punk? Are they rock? Are they, old school kind of rockabilly? The answer is yes. They're all of those things and more, and surpass all kinds of genres. But if you're looking for them and their records, you're probably going to find them in the kind of punk, rock section of your record store or CD warehouse type dealer. So this record is them performing live at Pukkelpop in 1990. Now, this band is pretty awesome. They pretty much are similar to the Misfits in the fact that they sing about, werewolves, zombies, creatures from the Black Leather Lagoon, which of course, those that attended Spooky Fam's music panel know that that is the unofficial official song of the channel. And I got this record in a record store in Houston when I went to go see Megadeth live. This is a great album. The Cramps have great studio albums, but I actually think that their live albums are better because you get the personality of the band in the best way possible. Now, this show took place on August 26, 1990 at the festival at Pukkelpop, Senkool Airport in Hechel of Belgium. Now, this is copy 0 of 100, so that's kind of cool. There's the background there as well. Hang on a second, let me grab this. 1 second, chat. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. I didn't even have the sleeve for the record that I was going to put it in, so my fault there. But anyways, yeah, so on the back we've got the greatness of Lux Interior, and of course, there is, typically on the album covers you have Poison Ivy, the lead guitarist. Now, this is a band that basically kind of formed in 1976 and went on till about 2009 until tragically Lux Interior moved on and passed, much to many's dismay. But let's check out the record here. So you got side 1 and side 2 here, A and B side. I rock this pretty much almost every time, every Friday and Saturday before we go live. Although unfortunately, due to my work schedule, I won't be able to pretty much be on the panel on Saturdays and every other Friday, but that's neither here nor there. So the A side has Moleskine Blues, and then they play basically the set list of the night as well. They play Chicken, Creature from the Black Leather Lagoon, totally my favorite song. I'm pretty sure you guessed that already though. Bop Pills, What's Inside a Girl, Mama Oh Cow Wow, Daisies Up Your Butterfly, and Primitive. Now that's pretty much the A side there. And then when you flip it, you get, of course, the most iconic song now, thanks to the Netflix Wednesday Addams show, Goo Goo Muck. Then you get Journey to the Center of a Girl, The Hot Pearl Snatch, You Got Good Taste, Can You Do the Dog, and Psychotic Reaction. Now, this is a great album. If you're looking to get into the Cramps, I would highly recommend this. It's kind of got a good mixture of their early stuff and kind of their newer stuff. More so kind of their newer stuff. If you want to really get into their earlier stuff, then, you know, I would definitely recommend the songs the Lord taught us. Fortunately, I don't have that record. I've been trying to find that one, and hopefully one day I'll snag it at a record store. If not, I'll just have to order it online. But I prefer to get Cramps stuff at an actual music store. But I digress. This record is awesome to get into. I mean, check out that cover too. You got the iconic, you know, Frankenstein coming at you right there. It's so sick. So this is a great record. I can't recommend it enough. I also want to show you another one. Now this one is one that's also kind of like a little small EP. And here we have Poison Ivy on the cover. Like I said, for the most part, pretty much all of their album covers are going to have her on it. But this is kind of another like live kind of EP called Smell of Female. Now you have the A side and B side of this, obviously. So it's pretty much got the same like little logo, no little cool monster there on it. So side 1, or side A, or whatever, is the Most Exalted Potentate of Love. You Got Good Taste and Call of the Wig Hat. Side B is Faster Pussycat, and 2 is I Ain't Nothing But a Gorehound, and we finish it off with Psychotic Reaction. Now this is a very kind of, you know, it's an EP, so it's a little short, but it's really good. It's a good time. Like I said, you get a really good interpretation of the band. You got the awesomeness of Lux, excuse me. His personality shining through there on that. It's so awesome. You know, he's quite the wild cat, to say the least. You know, he was known for putting the whole microphone in his mouth there. I think we saw that on the back of this one, and like screaming and being all crazy and all that fun stuff. And you know, he would do a little Jim Morrison and kind of expose himself every once in a while. And you know, Poison Ivy had a period of her life where she was like a dominatrix, so she would walk around on stage being all sensual and sexy like. And so I would recommend these 2 albums to start yourself out with the Cramps if you're interested in their style. But if you want an actual like album per se to get into, this is I mean, you know, obviously there's great debate on what is their best album. Some say their last album. I really prefer, I like Stay Sick a lot. Now this is like super awesome. It's got all the good hits on it, like Bop Pills, Goddamn Rock and Roll, Bikini Girls with Machine Guns, All Women Are Bad, The Creature from the Black Leather Lagoon, Shortened Bread, Daisies Up Your Butterfly, Everything Goes, Journey to the Center of a Girl, Mama Oh Pow Wow, Saddle Up a Buzz Buzz, Mole Skinner Blues, Her Love Rubbed Off, and then you get 2 cool live songs of Her Love Rubbed Off and Bikini Girls with Machine Guns. Now, there's a lot of really cool history of the band, and I would love to go into it, but it'd make this video super long. But this album has Kenny Del Mar on bass and Nick Knox on drums, Lux Interior on vocals, and Poison Ivy as guitar. Now, Poison Ivy and Lux are pretty much going to be the most consistent members of the band for various reasons. Their previous, you know, bassist fell into drug abuse a lot and all that kind of sad stuff. I won't go too into it or anything like that, but the original bassist is a legend in his own right, and the original Cramps is pretty awesome. But for the most part, you know, that still awesome sound pretty much remains the same. I have one more little thing I want to get up and get, so excuse me. Right, I'm back. So I wanted to also, before we go on, before I show you another album, I wanted to show this VHS of a Cramps live performance. Now this is their iconic live performance that they did in a insane asylum. Now it's pretty awesome. I highly recommend this. I believe you can get this. You know, you can find this on eBay or whatever. It's a little pricey, but it's worth it if you want to actually physically own it. But you can just find this performance on YouTube, and I highly recommend checking it out. Like I said, like the music on its own is awesome, but I cannot stress this enough. Seeing them live, seeing the live footage, watching their music videos, it just adds a different level to the art and to the music and to the whole just like aesthetic and tone of the band. Now this has like a lot of their cool early stuff in it, like Garbage Man, TV Set, you know, What's Behind the Mask, and of course Human Fly, which is freaking awesome. Now with this VHS you get kind of you can see like Zev is there, that I kind of trolled you all on that one stream with that percussionist guy. But yeah, you get to get a good experience of this. It's quite wild. You know, I think they have like maybe a 30-minute set. But it's really awesome, man. I can't stress enough how much fun this is if you've never seen it. And plus, I mean, it's kind of got that One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest mixed with Reanimator cover. It's a great, like, little sick poster art thing for you there. Now, one little cool little Cramps thing I want to show you. And this is like one of my personal favorite albums. Although I do really much like that other album I showed you. But it's A Date Night with Elvis. And then we see Poison Ivy there. So this is like really just a fun album. And you know, you gotta love that cover. Like it just looks so mischievous and all of that good fun that the Cramps have. You can find like a cool interview with Lux talking about it, and they say, what do you think that the band really represents? And maybe he says something like irresponsibility, and I think that's a kind of an accurate description to an extent. But yeah, you got the A-side on this is How Far Can Too Far Go, the Hot Pearl Snatch, People Ain't No Good, What's Inside a Girl, Can Your Pussy Do the Dog? And of course, B-side has Kiss Me Eyes, Corn-Fed Dames, Chicken, Hot Pool of Woman Need, Aloha from Hell, and It's Just That Song. Now, I would honestly, if you're really digging all of the Cramps, because they're one of those bands where it's like I could just listen to them all day. Like I could put on one of their records and just go through every single one that I have, just because I just, you know, their music is just so unique. I think it feels like you know, kind of evil rockabilly, I guess, horror punk, kind of punk rockish, and it really resonates with all of the kind of horror aesthetic, you know, comic book culture. It's kind of very similar to Misfits, but Misfits is faster and heavier. But it's kind of the same disposition, of the same spirit, and kind of like attitude, and stuff like that. And there, get to see the band there. So yeah, the Cramps is pretty awesome. I definitely think if you're into horror and just punk rock and just kind of obscure weird bands, that you'll really like them. Now, Poison Ivy and Lux, you know, they met in some kind of in college, I believe. I believe they were in some kind of weird shaman class or whatever. They were learning about the history of shamanism and you know, the occult and witchcraft and stuff, and they were just kind of interested in those alternative beliefs, and pretty much when they met each other, they were inseparable and immediately fell in love and became lovers, and would spend all their money on buying records and, you know, basically creating the band The Cramps, and eventually getting, you know, bassists and drummers, and then of course those would consistently change throughout, and you know, you would get fun names like Fur Dixon or whatever, one of the if I'm not mistaken, one of the original bassists before they moved on to others. So the Cramps are just a good fun time. If you're really into collecting 45s like I am, they have a big range of those, and of course they have really awesome cover art on those. My dream is to get, of course, the creature from the Black Leather Lagoon, and then I really want Bikini Girls with Machine Guns, because on the B side of that they have a cover of Jailhouse Rock by Elvis. So they do have a couple of Elvis Presley cover songs, and I have to say, taking Elvis's songs and making them punk rock fits really well. It's just kind of awesome, and it kind of reminds me of the legend of Dewey Cox, or whatever, the scene where he's experimenting with various substances and then gets to the punk rock singing, it needs to be louder and faster. It always cracks me up because that's kind of what it reminds me of whenever I'm listening to the Cramps cover Elvis. I honestly, in a weird way, almost kind of prefer some of their covers over Mr. Presley songs, but don't tell Elvis that or he'll come back on the channel and get all mad and everything. And just for the record, Elvis will return. He's out busy touring right now and doing local bar gigs, but I've invited him out to the Lagoon to kind of look over things, and honestly he kind of got mad at me when I recommended him watching Terrifier 3, but anyways, I'm sure he'll come back and do some more stuff. But as far as the Cramps goes, I mean, just really enjoy them. You know, it's just a good band to have fun with. You know, if you're having a bad day, put them on. It's fun. Watch their music videos. You know, watch their interviews. Lux can be kind of a charming smartass and a bit of an old school troll. I wish he was still with us. I would love to see the Cramps live. I wish that we could H.G. Wells or A Sound of Thunder or Time Machine and go back, and I would love to just be a little human fly on the wall and being buzzing watching them play live. And then, of course, showing up as the creature from the Black Leather Lagoon myself, being Gill-boy. So I really love this band, one of my favorites. You can't go wrong with them. If you've never heard of them, hopefully this video will inspire you to check them out. They've inspired several bands. You know, they were really part of that whole kind of, you know, David Bowie scene, all that stuff. It's just really awesome, man. I think you guys will like it. If you like the Misfits, I'm pretty sure you'll like them. If you like all that horror and kind of goth stuff, you'll definitely enjoy it for what it is. Hopefully one day they'll make an awesome biopic on him. I would definitely be front row to see that. But for the most part, yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for this video. What do you think of the Cramps? You like them? Not your thing? Never heard of them? You're going to check them out? Dig them? What have you? Let me know. I hope you have an amazing day, rest of your day, and I hope that you check out the Cramps, man. And, you know, rock out. Have a good time. Until next time, stay salty, stay spooky. Bye.